throne of destruction. It has been centuries since the maggots of men took my queen and love from me. Not one day passes that I do not seek revenge on those responsible for my newfound hatred and desire. For alone, I sat in darkness too long. My thoughts lie in wait for the ripening moment to exact my fury and justice against those who stole my life. Soon, my love, soon will I carry your remains to the black altar and breathe life into you again. Once more will you be able to span your glorious wings of death over mankind, but not before they tremble in my wake. As I am deep in my own corrupt and vile thoughts, that which bring a slight uplifting to my face, I am interrupted by the commander of the Absu, a fallen legion of mongered demons and human. With lowered head and eyes, either out of fear or respect, its voice is nay but a hiss. My king, the smooth skins march toward the mountains, no doubt to hinder the effort to reclaim our queen. With a heavy sigh and a fist clenched tight, I slam it down upon the arm of my throne, startling the lone Absu, who jumps back out of complete fear this time. Dispatch the First Legion. Send the Lich Butchers first. The commander then raises his head and replies with a silent nod before scurrying out of my presence. Could this be the moment I've been waiting for? Anxiety and rage began to fuel my insides where seemingly a stormy quell stirred. No more shall I waste time watching my demons eviscerate every poor human soul before my eyes, though the screams and pleading feed their lust to kill only to appease me. For this throne room became my tomb the day she was taken from me, and now it is time to make the upper earth a mass graveyard. With careful words and symbols crafted, I summon the Kingu, a race of forgotten entities who carry death and pestilence upon the wind. Go now, my children, lay waste to the realm of man. Give them disease, give them famine, pain, and death. Do not relent until their cities are a pile of rotting corpses, for then, and only then, will you storm their most holy temple and retrieve my queen. In a gust of wind and a scent of rot, the Kingu take flight upon invisible wings and dissipate into the dark shadows of the night. Their horrific shrieks and cries of the abyss will be the last sound that befalls dead ears. It was a short span of 9 moons that my horde had crushed every major stronghold and poisoned the lands. Every church was burned full of its sheep. Every holy temple was tainted with the blood of the abyss, turning every devotee cleric into necrotic acolytes. All that is, except one. Once myself and the First Legion of the Fallen reached the Temple of Saul, I felt something wasn't quite right. I mean, yes, the world was at my mercy. My vengeance had been exacted. So what was this strange resonance inside me? It felt like the closer we drew to the temple, I could feel a heartbeat, though not my own. As I approached its giant doors, my hellions stood aside, emberous eyes flaring with a fiery rage from hell. Driving my sword into the stone below my feet, I spit in the stone face of their god. Fools, how could they not see the truth? Their god never existed. But I do. A ghastly green glowing flame illuminates my hands as I reach toward the hulking, aged steel doors. With gentle hands, I caress the lines of craftsmanship made by mortal hands. It's a shame, really. Humans were such skilled artisans. I lean in closer to the doors, as if I truly cared about their beauty and structure, then smile. The doors then violently blow open, twisting and maiming their hinged constructs to the point of creaking metal. It was then my eyes beheld a sight that enraged me so I could not contain the fury inside of me. My wings outstretch, the bony spikes that grow from my back enlongen and thicken. My aptly larger humanoid size doubled in muscular mass. My eyes glare with obsidian and hints of orange licks. Standing in front of the altar of Saul and basking in its holy aura stood the resurrection of my love and no longer my hand of darkness. Instead, an embodiment of the light. Everything I had hoped and waited for was lost in that moment. No more shall I give in to the affairs of heart. No more will I quell my power and desire to spread pain and suffering. I raise my right arm slightly and make a motion with my hand. In an instant, my sword pulls itself from its stone scabbard outside and is in my hand as beckoned. I draw closer to the almost humanly beautiful woman that stands between me and my newfound salvation. She only stands there, smiling in the light. I grip my sword tighter. As she opens her arms, her voice echoes inside my head. "My king, aren't you tired? Haven't you given enough of your soul to the abyss? Come to me." Hatred boils inside. I could spew fire, but at the same time I felt a weakening. No, I cannot. I near her close enough for her touch, but she does not. She just stands there in the light, smiling at me. I raise my sword and thrust forward, closing my eyes. The sound of metal meeting flesh reverberates through the temple. But when I open my eyes, my sword is buried in the chest of an empty illusion. The woman, the embodiment of light, is gone. Anguish fills my heart, for I realize that she was never truly there. It was a cruel trick, a final mockery from the forces that have toyed with my fate. My sword slips from my hand, clattering to the ground. I fall to my knees, consumed by a maelstrom of conflicting emotions. What have I become? A monster fueled by vengeance and hatred, forever trapped in this cycle of darkness. The weight of my actions crashes down upon me, and I find myself questioning the purpose of my existence. As the echoes of my rage subside, a profound silence settles over the temple. The flames that once danced with malevolence now flicker weakly, as if reflecting my own dwindling spirit. In that moment, I realize that my thirst for revenge has brought me nothing but emptiness. The loss of my love cannot be undone, and my soul has been irreparably scarred. I stand up, my body weary and my spirit broken. The grandeur of the temple, once a symbol of my triumph, now feels like a hollow shell. The walls, adorned with the remains of conquered foes, serve as a haunting reminder of the path I have chosen. It is a path paved with destruction and despair. With a heavy heart, I leave the Temple of Saul, leaving behind the ruins of my conquest. The world outside awaits, bearing witness to the devastation I have wrought. But what lies ahead for me? Can there ever be redemption for one who has delved so deep into darkness? The question lingers in the air, unanswered, as I step into the desolate wasteland I have created. The echoes of my past deeds reverberate through the land, and the mournful cries of the fallen resonate in my ears. I walk, a solitary figure, burdened by the weight of my sins, haunted by the memory of my love. The fate of the throne of destruction remains uncertain. Perhaps it will be reclaimed by another, one who seeks power and dominion. Or perhaps it will crumble into dust, forgotten in the annals of history. But as for me, I am left to wander, a broken soul in search of a purpose beyond the realm of darkness. And so, the tale of the throne of destruction ends, its final chapter lost in the shadows. Only whispers of its malevolence and the remnants of its wrath remain, haunting the minds of those who dare to remember. As for what truly happened next, that remains a mystery, buried deep within the confines of a shattered soul. Thank you for joining us on this gripping journey through the tale of the throne of destruction. We sincerely appreciate your presence and engagement as we delved into a world of darkness, vengeance, and the human spirit. We hope that this story has captivated your imagination, evoking a range of emotions and provoking thought along the way. It is through your support and viewership that we are able to bring such narratives to life, and we are grateful for your continued interest. If you enjoyed this story and the content we create, we kindly ask you to show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you ensure that you won't miss any future updates and captivating stories we have in store for you. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions motivate us to keep pushing the boundaries of storytelling, to explore new realms, and to deliver content that resonates with you. We value your feedback and encourage you to share your thoughts and insights in the comments section. Thank you, and may your journey be filled with wonder and discovery.